first time in 2.5 years, military veteran RJ is regaining a simple freedom.
RJ suffered a cervical spinal cord injury due to a motorcycle accident, which left him quadriplegic, which just simply means that he lacks the use primarily of his arms or his legs.
And he, like a handful of other participants across the country, is taking part in a groundbreaking clinical trial that began in 2024. Each patient paralyzed by either a spinal cord injury or ALS. In each of their brains, an implanted microchip called Neuralink.
It's been an incredible amount of progress.
The Neuralink brain-computer device, founded by Elon Musk, teamed up with the Miami Project to Cure Paralysis and the University of Miami Health System. Dr. Jonathan Jagged and his team executed RJ's implant just months ago.
This device is completely invisible, to anybody else that interacts with somebody who has it implanted. The other thing that makes it very unique is how it's been miniaturized. It's a very small device.
About the size of a coin, but the impact so far, anything but small. During Neuralink's summer update on the trial, they showed this moment. Watch as a participant moves his cursor with his mind.
Whoa! Beat the world record.
These are people that can't even move a mouse, right? So you have to understand, in its early stages, it's been really successful at allowing them to accomplish goals that they cannot otherwise accomplish. But what it can do in the future is anybody's guess.
The uncharted territory raises concerns, but Dr. Jagged says it's expected with any new technology. And after years in the making, RJ is hopeful.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well and teach well, man. And shalom to them women and children out there trying to keep this word of sincerity and the truth, man. And today I wanted to get into the subject of they can't compete or they can't compare. Esau coming out with all this technology, it's really from Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, but they think they do it on their own. You seen in that video, man, it's here, man. The Quran is here, man. Their technology is here. And they had the Edomite moving the mouse without having to touch it, man. But like I said, they can't compete with, they can't compare. The people gonna marvel after this, man. But Yahweh Shai been doing greater works than that, man. He did so many great things, you can't even fit it all in the book, man. He only gave you a few samples. And I'm gonna start here in John chapter 5. And the point is in verse 8, but I start at the top. This is John 5:1. After this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Yahweh Shai went up to Jerusalem. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. Whosoever then first, after the troubling of the water, stepped in, was made whole of whatsoever disease he had. And a certain man was there, which had an infirmity 38 years. When Yahweh Shai saw him lie, and knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he said unto him, Wilt thou be made whole? Verse 7. The impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man, when the water is troubled, to put me into the pool. But when I am coming, another steppeth down before me. Yahweh Shai said unto him, Rise, take up thy bed, and walk. And immediately the man was made whole, and took up his bed and walked. And on the same day was the Sabbath. And yeah, man, all Yahweh Shai had to do was tell him hey, rise, rise and walk. Esau can't do that, man. They couldn't just tell that man, I move that mouth, or give him the ability to use his limbs. They had to come up with something to try to slap on his brain to try to get it to where he can just move it. He still don't have mobility. He still got that same ailment. He ain't gonna always have to use a computer. He's not gonna always be around the computer. Yahweh Shai made it to where somebody who couldn't get around could get around, and they can't do that. And they say they can't compete where they can't compare. And another thing that we all know, man, at some point they're gonna try to force it on you. They trying to make it seem like it's gonna do all these great things. You can move a mouse if you if you're paraplegic or paralyzed, at some point they're gonna make it to where this everything that you own, everything that you have, how you get around, how you move about your day, they're gonna make it mandatory that you get to put on there, man. And that's another thing. Yahweh Shai, he didn't have to force nobody to take a miracle from him, man. The people that the multitude that he fed, he didn't force them to eat. This man right here, he didn't force him to be able to walk. He said, he asked him, would you be made whole? Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get another few accounts. Matthew 14. Yeah, I'm gonna start at Matthew 14 and 15. And when it was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, this is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away, that they may go into the village and buy themselves victuals. But Yahweh Shai said unto them, they need not depart, give ye them to eat. Verse 17. And they say unto him, we have here but 5 loaves and 2 fishes. He said, bring them hither to me. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looking up to heaven, he blessed and brake, and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude. And they did all eat, and were filled, and they took up of the fragments, there remained 12 basketfuls. And they had eaten were about 5,000 men, beside women and children. So it's not even counting the women and children, man. Yeah, I was shy, and he did it because he felt like it, man. And he was showing his power at the same time, man. And he was, like I said, Yahweh Shai was a man of the people. Even though he performed his miracles, a lot of times, it's like brothers now, you'll go and dip off. But he still looked out for his people, man. And they still did him wrong in the end. But that's another conversation, another topic for another day. Well, yeah, Esau can't do that, man. Esau got his own vet starving. His own military men starving. Yeah, I wish I fed 5,000 men alone. Esau over here, you know what I'm saying? The earth's given to the hands of the wicked. Here it is. I used to work at Walmart, man. They throw thousands pounds of food away. Ain't no telling how much money it's actually worth. But stuff that'll expire in like another 2-3 days, they'll throw all that stuff away, man. And you got people around here homeless that ain't got no food. They got to go to a shelter to try to get some soup for the day or get some canned goods. And here it is, multi-billion-dollar company just throwing shit away. They said, hey, we all know who in control though, man. And this is how they run the earth. And so it was another account with the woman touching the garment. You get 9 and 18. It's like, give me a second. Oh yeah, this is Matthew chapter 9 and verse, I'm starting at 18. While he spake these things unto them, behold, there came a certain ruler and worshipped him, saying, my daughter is now dead, but come and lay thy hand upon her, and she shall live. And Yahushua arose and followed him, and so did his disciples. And behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years came behind him and touched the hem of his garment. For she said within herself, if I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole. But Yahushua turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith hath made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour. So Yahushua had to women, all people had to do, in this particular case, all the woman had to do was touch his garment, man, and she was healed within the hour. Esau ain't doing that. Esau getting to where you got to go and take his pills and stuff and his shots just to try to get over it for a little while, man, and you still end up with the same problem. It just pretty much gets you high to numb the feeling. That's all they good for. Esau don't have the power to do what Yahushua did, man. They never will. All Yahushua had to do, all he had to do was just praise the Heavenly Father, man. He it's on the spot. Yeah, just imagine this. You have an ailment, like you were paralyzed. All you had to do was somebody, or Yahushua get close to you, all you had to do was just make contact with him, man. And you didn't even have to make contact, but you can touch his garment and you be made whole again, man. And I say Esau got it to where his own men, they went and put their lives on the line for his battles. They out here homeless, starving, and all type of stuff going on. But this, like I said, we know who run the world, man. But when Yahushua come back, man, like I said, even now, this they kingdom. It's like I thought I heard somebody in my doom. But yeah, man. When Yahushua come back, man, it's gonna be peace, man. Even now, like I said, this they kingdom, and look how it's ran, man. Look how they do their own people. You know why I say in this John 14:2, man, my Father's house are many mansions, and we all gonna be balling when Yahushua come back. I keep saying it, they can't compare. Okay, let me get John chapter 10. Verse 10. Yeah, this is John 10:10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. Like I said, man, we ain't having abundance here, man. Esau ain't even having abundance here in their own stuff, man, in their own kingdom. And I said, this they peak. This they peak. And they're over here bombing each other and shit, man. Man, ain't gonna be none of that in the kingdom, man. So he gonna have it to where we have life more abundantly, man. We got to look over our shoulders trying to see who we about to get into it with. And it's like, man, America about to it's like they head into another war, man. They already been at war. I think they said like what 93% of the time they've been here, man. If they go right into another one, man. They're showing you that Esau don't know what the hell he doing, man. But yeah, man, that was the point, man. And once again, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Krakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well. And salutations to the women and children out there trying to keep this word sincere and seeing the truth, man. Shalom.